What spring 2023 will bring us, astrologers' recommendations for this period. The spring of 2023 will be remembered for dramatic changes due to powerful planetary influences. First of all, the astrological events of March are fundamental. They will determine the background for the entire spring season. Bony Horoscope is with you. Daily and unique predictions. We begin. On March 7th, Saturn will enter the sign of Pisces for 3 years. In 2025 it will enter the sign of Aries for several months, and then return to Pisces in the retro phase until February 14, 2026, changing social trends, moods in society, forming a new ideology. Gradually, all restrictions that have tightly entered our lives since 2020 will be lifted. New global ideas concerning international peace and security and the achievement of sustainable development of states will appear and develop. The issues of religious beliefs and the unification of communities of people will be given much attention at the state level, says astrologer Marina Sokolova. The full moon, which occurs on March 7th at 2:40 p.m., will be very important this spring, as it practically coincides with the transition of Saturn into Pisces. These two astrological events reinforce each other and determine the main trends for the next few months. From the spring equinox on March 20th at 23:24 Kyiv time, astronomical spring begins. This astrological holiday is associated with cleansing and making room for the new. It will bring renewal, rebirth, beginnings. On the day of the equinox, cosmic forces strive for harmony. The energies are very active. Therefore the significance of all actions and intentions is greatly enhanced, and this affects all areas of life. Try to meet the dawn on March 21st, because the equinox is the holiday of the sun. This is the perfect moment to pump solar qualities, self-confidence, generosity, nobility, charisma, optimism, kindness, caring, the ability to attract and hold the attention of other people. From this day begins a favorable time for the birth of everything new. The pace of life will begin to gain momentum, motivating people to take action. On March 21st at 1923 we are waiting for the new moon in Aries, which will inspire optimism and help you see everything that is happening around you from the best side. This is the best day for working with desires, planning for the future, launching projects. From this day on, it will be easier to decide on important steps, to defend our positions, to achieve our goals. On March 23rd, a significant event will take place. Pluto will begin the transition from Capricorn to Aquarius, which will be the culmination of the month and the main event of the spring of 2023. In the last week of March, something very important will happen, affecting the whole world. We will enter a new reality, but we will adapt to new conditions until the end of 2024. Pluto, the planet of transformation, characterizes collective energy, reassessment of values, as well as power and big money. Pluto is the slowest planet, cycle of 248 years, along with other slow planets. Uranus and Neptune is the main engine of global world processes. On March 25th, Mars enters Cancer after a long stay in Gemini. External circumstances, conditions and moods in society will change. There will be a drastic change on the military front, as the planet is weakened in Cancer, has a fall status. The first 2 decades of April are relatively calm. At this time we are waiting for more positive events compared to the previous month. An effective time to make bold and important decisions, change your life for the better. The full moon in Libra on April 6th at 7:34 will favorably affect the sphere of relationships, social ties, negotiations, meetings, and the conclusion of official alliances. On April 13th, the bright karmic point, the white moon, Selena, will move from the sign of Pisces to Aries for 7 months, which will positively affect the course of hostilities. The universe will help those who defend themselves, not attack. At this time, the armed forces of Ukraine will achieve clear success, and the Rus aggressor will be forced to accept his defeat and leave our land. The third decade of April will be difficult for absolutely everyone, because at the same time, the eclipse season and the period of retrograde Mercury will create powerful destabilizing energy flows. Therefore, the main recommendation for April is to do as much as possible and the most important thing before April 20th. On April 20th at 4:34, the spring eclipse corridor will begin with a solar eclipse, new moon, in the sign of Aries at the 30th degree of this sign. From this season, eclipses gradually move from Taurus and Scorpio to the axis of the signs Aries, Libra. It is interesting that the solar eclipse in militant Aries occurs in its last degree, which symbolizes the end of the war in Ukraine. The period of Mercury retrograde in Taurus, April 21st to May 16th, will bring financial trouble. Taurus is a sign that affects the material world and well-being, predictable and stable. At this time, it is better to focus on the old and proven methods of work, for a while to abandon the new and original ways of resolving issues. At this time, many people will face money problems, delays or cancellation of cash payments. On May 5th, the lunar eclipse, full moon, in Scorpio at 2023 Kyiv time at 15 degrees will close the spring eclipse corridor, and this is the last eclipse in this sign. Over the previous 2 years, there were several eclipses in Scorpio, which contributed to global transformations, changes in the world order. Now the axis of relationships, diplomacy, social activity, i.e. these are the signs Aries and Libra. The eclipses will return to the sign of Scorpio on May 7, 2031. From May 16, Mercury returns to the phase of direct movement, and on the same day Jupiter enters the sign of Taurus until May 26, 2024. At this time, there are many chances and opportunities in order to lay the foundation for years to come. Transit is closely related to finances and property, contributes to the improvement of well-being, peace, and psychological comfort. Naturally, this positive energy must be launched, take certain actions and enter the flow. Nothing will happen on its own, so those who are willing to work hard during this period will definitely get a good material result. In the second half of May 2023, the process of recovery and liberation from oppressive external conditions will go much faster. The period of unpredictable circumstances ends and life is painted with new bright colors. Now we are already beginning to understand the main trends of the coming years. This is the right time to immerse yourself in business life, get involved in the professional field and consider all kinds of perspectives. If before that chronic diseases or health problems appeared, then from May 16th, the treatment will give a good, stable result. The regeneration of the organism will take place much faster, the initiative, the desire to act and win will increase. The spring of 2023 will be remembered for dramatic changes due to powerful planetary influences. First of all, the astrological events of March are fundamental. They will determine the background for the entire spring season. That's all we have. Subscribe and don't miss our daily and unique releases from Boni Horoscope. See you soon.